You know what I'm saying? Another episode of Get in the Game. We up in here tonight, man. Big shout out.
Yeah, feeling good today.
What you say about Dwight Howard?
I say he just got traded to the Hornets right now while we were sitting here.
Breaking news.
Breaking news while we were sitting here. He got traded to the Hornets.
Wow.
Yeah, man. I can't even shout out to him, man. You know, I don't like Dwight Howard.
Yeah.
Nah.
Wow.
He's on my list with J. Cole. It's like on that left side.
Man, why J. Cole on that list?
He gets no love, man.
You slept with one of your girls?
Hell no. Oh, hell no.
He just has this thing for J. Cole. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is.
Everything I heard wasn't jamming. When I told y'all. I mean, if y'all play something that's just bumping in the ride, I might rock with it. But in the meantime, I ain't getting with it. I'm not getting with J. Cole.
All right, well,
I'm gonna get your J. Cole mix, bro. I'm gonna tighten you up.
Yeah, we gotta do the J. Cole mix, man. Shout out to everybody that's joining us on Facebook Live. We are broadcasting from the beautiful studios of Valley of the Kings. I do want to shout out and let everybody know if you are an Android user, this week we are now on Google Play.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? So now if you're an Android user, you can get in the game each and every Friday. We have a new episode that drops. So shout out to Google Play for accepting us on their platform.
Welcome to the party.
And remember that you can also check us out on iTunes and SoundCloud. Again, and new episodes drop every single Friday, man. How's y'all's day?
I'm good. How y'all doing?
I'm great.
Shout out to Priya from K104. She does the middays there. You can catch her every day from 10 a.m. until
3 p.m.
3 p.m. every day. So y'all make sure y'all check her out. Of course, Baby Boy.
You can catch me in DG's from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Same time slot.
And Rotten Shotgun, my co-host.
Excuse me.
Now, you know what's crazy? We rock with DG's. Shout out to the owner, man. He came through last week. You know, we working on some
that's just habit.
Cross promotions, man. It's gonna be DG's.
I digress. That's just habit.
Yeah, man. I had to throw that out there, man.
What?
Yeah, man.
Did you just stun on us?
No, I'm just saying, though, at the end of the day, these black-owned businesses could work together. I just had to let that be known.
Okay, all right. Well, shout out to that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. Okay, so a little sad news in the hip-hop world today. Unfortunately, I hate to break this news. Prodigy, some of y'all probably already heard this. Prodigy, one half of Mobb Deep, passed away today at the age of 42. He was on the Art of Rap tour with Keith Murray. Art of Rap tour in Vegas is where he was. This was from complications of sickle cell, which he had since birth. And so this is one fact that I didn't know in learning a little bit about Prodigy. I did not know that Prodigy was the great-great-grandson of the founder of Morehouse College.
Wow, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, it was very interesting to find that out. So he had a lineage of just greatness that ran in his family, and he'll truly be missed, you know what I'm saying, in the hip-hop world.
Damn.
Truly be missed in the hip-hop world. You have any recollection of Prodigy? We didn't listen to a lot of Prodigy down here in the South. They didn't play a lot of that.
I listened to him, Mobb Deep, just because I like the hip-hop, but I was, like I said, I was Tupac loyal.
Yeah.
I ain't fuck with it either.
Yeah.
No disrespect to the dead.
Yeah.
But we was Tupac loyal around here. So.
Yeah.
But you know what's crazy is right before he passed, you know, Jay-Z went on that Twitter rant where he was saluting people who was inspired. He did.
Right. Yeah.
And, you know, they had their beef back in the day. So I thought that was great. You know, it's sad that we lost someone so soon.
Yeah.
But that had to been like something like, man, that was big, you know?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, especially for him to get those accolades before passing. But he'll truly be missed, man. And our heart and prayers go out to his family, man. Definitely. Okay, so we're going to start off with who got in the game this week. We haven't done this segment in a couple of weeks, but we're going to talk about some people that got in the game. First off, Bill Cosby and his lawyer.
Bill Cosby. Hey.
That's what he said when he walked out the courtroom today.
They say you got a thing to say. He said, hey. Yeah, man. Bill ain't said nothing in months.
Acquitted on sexual assault charges. He had 2 lawyers, but I'm shining a light on his lawyer, who I really feel like she won the case. Her name is Monique Presley.
But did she win, or was it a hung jury?
Well, it was a hung jury, but I count it as a win.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's just me.
Well, the prosecution probably gonna come back. I mean, they gonna keep coming back. With that many women coming forward.
60 women.
Yeah.
I thought they would have been outside with like rallying or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
If it was true.
Yeah.
I just think there should be a statute of limitations, though, on this.
It should be. That shit is old, man.
Well, I think with like sexual assault and rape, you just never know how the victim's gonna react. Because sometimes they're embarrassed by the incident. I have a couple friends that have gone through that incident and they still haven't reported it.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, well, I had some people in college been accused of rape that didn't do it. You know what I mean? And that's one thing. It ain't no disrespect with white girls, but like growing up, we was always taught not to mess with white girls.
Yeah.
And God bless my grandma, man. She used to always tell me, don't you mess with them white girls.
Yeah.
You know disrespect coming when you say no disrespect.
It's definitely coming.
I played baseball. Like I told you that before, I played baseball. So that's all I was around was the white girls. My grandma used to say, don't you do that.
Yeah.
Really?
They'll say you raped them.
So did you ever mess with a white girl?
A mixed one. I was scared. Growing up, I was scared because I was like, you heard the horror stories.
Yeah.
You watch the news, you see like an athlete in the news for raping, this girl, so hell no, I didn't.
What movie that is? Daddy's Little Girls?
Yeah.
Right? When homeboy was in the room with the white chick.
Tell you, bro.
And she was cool at first, and then the parents was like, did he do, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
He harmed you?
because daddy came in the room and saw the man.
And that shit happens all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Well, it didn't happen on that Bachelorette or Bachelor in Paradise show with the Bachelor or something with one of the contestants.
I think so.
Yeah, I think that's recent on the current Bachelor,
CBS,
right?
I guess the production company was like, there's no reason to have any, assault charges.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, definitely from this case, what we know has happened is that Bill Cosby's legacy has been tarnished. You know what I'm saying? Whether or not he is acquitted and he's let off from this whole ordeal of sexual assault, there's gonna be like a mark on Bill Cosby's name.
They got an asterisk by his name. I think it was a higher power trying to shut him down. Didn't they say he was trying to buy a network or something?
NBC, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You talked about them powers that be.
Now, I know you have some conspiracy theories. Why do you think they really are coming after Bill Cosby fans?
Because he was trying to take over. They want you to just play your role, monkey, dance for us, make us laugh. But when you start trying to own some shit, man, we talked about this before we started.
Yeah.
Once you start trying to own the shit that got you paid, people got a problem with that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, should we as a people have Bill Cosby's back when he ain't never had our back in hip-hop?
No.
He trashed us all the time.
True.
Yeah.
But
So why we gotta be the ones that are like,
Trash us
oh,
how,
you know
though?
what? Don't tarnish this legacy.
trash is how though.
He would always put stereotypes.
Yeah.
He would put stereotypes. He was like, oh yeah, don't. Of course, people sagged in the 90s.
Yeah, but niggas need to pull their pants up.
Okay,
though.
but there was other things that he had said. He was never supporting anything. He thought hip hop, because we use the N-word or we use bad words, we can't use those type of language in our rap.
Check it out.
And then you sitting there being Bill Cosby.
He's from. I'm gonna touch on both of those, right? He's from a different generation. Steve Harvey feels the same way. It's a bunch of cats in that age group that feel the same way about hip hop.
But I'm saying, if you don't have our back, why should we have yours?
But that's different. His opinion of the art form is different than having his back as far as going to court.
But what he does is art, right? His comedic routine before he had the Bill Cosby show, right? His was art. He had a whole little album called Spanish Fly.
Who wasn't fucking with Spanish Fly in the 70s and the 60s?
But that's what I'm saying. Isn't that offensive? Because that's basically what he's doing, is popping pills in people's drinks. So Spanish Fly is that whole album talks about how he.
Yeah, but women knowingly took Spanish Fly back in the day.
But some of them didn't.
They didn't. That was just the culture.
But no, you can't say that's part of the culture.
What is Spanish
I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's right.
No.
I'm saying it's the culture.
Okay, so then back in slave days it was okay because it was part of the culture?
I'm not saying it's right.
Nah, man.
Okay, but
That's a bad analogy. You can't compare it.
What is Spanish Fly? What is Spanish Fly, for those that don't know, like me?
That's popping a pill in some...
It's like a handlebar X or something like that, to that degree.
So them lemons, they was on them lemons.
Okay.
I think it's like
Like a
roofing.
handlebar.
Okay, like roofing.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the shit they was on that they complaining about now?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's a problem now. That's what y'all saying is a problem.
No,
now.
he's saying it was part of the culture, so it was supposed to be expected. So if girls got raped, it was okay because it was part of the culture.
You're giving me extra words. I never said that.
But that's what you said. You said it was part of the culture.
Some things are fucked up, but that's the way they are. I'm not saying it was right. And this is the thing about it, right?
But that's a cop-out when you say it's part of the culture. That's like saying,
It's not a cop-out. I'm giving you the truth.
It's like
I'm not
saying,
saying
I'm
I'm
not
cool
going to
with
spend money on this because I'm Indian.
I'm not saying I'm cool with it. I'm saying that's how it is. It's just like now. There's things we can't do in 2017 that we was doing in the 90s because it's called rape culture now. Like, we can't even shoot at girls the same way. You can't even do things because it's rape culture. It's not rape, but it's rape culture. It's just the way the times are now. You're talking about 50 years ago.
What do you mean by rape culture?
Rape culture is, you can look it up, but it's basically like harassment. Like, if you come into the club and I grab one, hey, short, let me holler at you. That's rape culture. That's called rape culture. That's a real term.
Harassment is different from rape.
Rape culture. I'm not talking about rape.
Just like assault is different from murder.
I'm talking about rape culture, man.
But I'm saying,
rape and rape culture are two totally different things. It's.
But if somebody's grabbing me on a thing,
I'm not raping you.
I'm not saying you raping me. I'm not saying you're a rapist.
It's rapey. Like,
well,
damn, nigga, you so thirsty. Why you grabbing all over?
Culture term, and who's the one who's heading this?
I'm not saying I created it. I'm saying it exists. This is real shit. It exists.
Oh, you saw it on Twitter?
No, it's in the.
You saw it on Twitter?
Word.
No, I'm just saying, like, I've never heard of rape culture.
You should look it up. I'm being dead serious.
Yeah, I've never heard of
bullshit.
rape.
Okay, well, we're gonna
be assistant for shit.
we definitely want to look that up.
And it stems to me, in my opinion, based on hip hop culture. It came about when Ross lost his deal with the Reebok, Pop Molly in her drink, she didn't even know it. That's rape culture.
Right.
That's rape. You can't tell me that's not rapey shit.
I've never heard the term rape culture, so I've never seen it. I'm saying yes. I was offended by that lyric. Yes.
Right.
Okay.
But that's along the same lines as Bill Cosby, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's rape culture. He's not raping her, but that's rapey type shit. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, I see what you trying to put, but I still have never heard of the phrase or the term.
So
but okay,
yeah, that's a real term.
Okay, well, we're going to look up that term and see what it is.
You
But nonetheless,
can't go to jail for it, but it's like those actions is rape culture. That's what they call it. That's what they classify in that type of shit.
Okay.
Right. Well, nonetheless, it definitely has tarnished Bill Cosby. We'll never kind of look at him as Mr. Huxtable or anything like that. But hopefully, like you said, I'm sure that they'll go back into the courtroom at some point. They may have to get a whole new jury. They may try this case again. So for right now, though, hey, he's out and he's happy.
Yeah.
Can you do the sound effect one more time?
You got it down.
Yes, man. Where's the Jello at?
You need your platinum FUBU shirt with that.
Okay.
Hey, you know what? I got a box of it at my mama's house, man. Yeah.
All right. Secondly, who got in the game this week, man? Chance the Rapper gets in the game. He is linked with nonprofit Chicago Beyond for a $2 million provocation that will fund young people's ideas for Chicago community outreach. Everything from Chicago community outreach to jobs. And he is challenging the Chicago youth to come up with ideas that would benefit the city of Chicago. So I thought that was really, really good. It seems like Chance is really taking the lead. At least he's starting in Chicago, in his hometown, and trying to make things better. So shout out to Chance the Rapper for continuing to put his money where his mouth is and to continue to try to heal what's happening in Chicago. So
shout out to Chance.
Yeah, I really like what he does.
Starting at home and doing it.
Okay, yeah, that's what you got to do sometimes. Sometimes you think, I got to start and I got to change the whole world. No, you can start on your block.
Start at home.
You can start in your hood. You know what I'm saying? Which is definitely what Chance is doing, and we got to salute him for that. Finally, our third person that got in the game this week is none other than Hova. Jay-Z got in the game. He had a great week this week. I'll start off. Of course, he's a new daddy of twins, a boy and a girl.
Get bit for that one.
Also, he made the announcement that he will be releasing an album entitled 444. And I didn't mark this down, but he also got inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Damn.
First hip hop artist.
Yes, the
period.
first hip hop artist to ever do that. And not only that, Jay-Z bailed out incarcerated dads for Father's Day.
Yeah.
So an extraordinary week for Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? He's really doing it big. But let's talk about this album. 444 is supposed to be dropping on 6/30, which is next Friday.
Yeah.
Produced by No ID. I was astonished when I looked on Twitter and people had no idea who No ID was.
Yeah, that's crazy. I think it shows what our new generation hasn't listened to classic albums like the Black Album, the Blueprint. Like, you know what I mean?
Common albums, because No ID is on all over Common shit.
Right, and not only that, I mean, if you're a Kanye fan, like a lot of millennials are Kanye fans, and you definitely should know who No ID is. He produced Heartless, Run This Town.
He's not popular though.
DNA?
DNA, he did Control, that killer voice.
DOA, excuse me. DNA,
Death of Autotunes, right?
Yeah.
And Control, which is a verse where Kendrick just spazzed on. But I don't know. What y'all think about this album? What you think it's going to give us?
I'm so excited. I'm thinking that maybe he's curating it. Like, he's making it tell a whole story. And because he was seen, Jigga was seen with Swiss Beats. So I think Swiss is going to be a part of it too. I don't know on like beat wise or whatever, but I'm excited.
Yeah. The hyphen comes back to Jay-Z's name as well whenever they release all the promo on this project. He had previously taken the hyphen out of his name because he wanted to kind of be known as, I guess, you know, it was like a grown man type stuff. But him putting the hyphen back into his name could signify that we're getting back to some old Hova.
I hadn't even thought like that.
I kind of got mixed feelings on.
What you think?
Oh, shit.
No, listen, I'm a whole fan, but I'm like, man, I want a Kanye produced beat.
You don't know if it's Kanye.
Just Blaze.
No idea. It's like Kanye, though.
I know, but I want Kanye. I want Just Blaze. Like she said, Swiss Beats. I seen a picture with him and Zaytoven.
So you,
I want to hear what that shit sounds like.
We don't know.
You read that it's all by No ID?
Yeah, produced by No ID. They didn't say that there was going to be any other producers. It just said produced by No ID.
I don't think he did the whole thing. I don't think he would trust No ID with the whole thing.
I wouldn't because
No, it is dope, but I just
feel the way the music is going now. There's no way in hell you can give me a classic with just No ID.
Well, this is the thing. No ID is known for producing very strong songs. So does this mean if No ID produces this whole record that this is going to be an album of like really
dope,
intense,
though, man.
Since when? What has he done recently?
songs?
Huh?
What has he been doing recently?
I don't know. Probably working with Kanye. He's working with Kanye on Kanye's new project.
Yeah.
No, I did dope, man. That's what Kanye gets his style from.
I'm not taking it from him. I'm just saying, but what has the nigga done lately?
I don't think that's credible.
We talking about Kanye?
I don't think Jay.
No, I know Kanye. I'm talking about No ID.
I don't think Jay is gonna do a whole album with just one person. With any person.
The one thing you left out too is a video album too.
I think it's hard to say what people have done.
A video album, right? Yeah.
I think it's hard to say what people have done because nowadays we get it through streaming and stuff like that. We don't get the actual CD. We don't get to see the credits.
Right. So
unless you actually dig into your iTunes, and most of the time I like to listen to new music in my car. So I can't be looking at my phone and looking at the credits at the same time while I'm driving.
Right.
So I think a lot of times when we say, I think I saw a meme the other day, and this is like a tangent, but they put, Chameleonaire was at the finals.
Right.
And people were like, yo, how many ringtones did he sell? And not knowing that he's invested in the tech industry.
Right.
Like, just because you don't talk about it don't mean that you ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, it was crazy because I think he invested in...
And he sold a shitload of ringtones.
What was it that he invested in something that was really major? I don't know.
It was a tech company. I just don't know which one.
It was huge.
Yeah.
When I found out what it was, I can't remember the name of the company, but it was crazy. It was like, really? Like, oh my gosh. Like, he's got bank. Yeah, he definitely has bank. So,
but that's what I'm saying. So, like, we can sit here and be like, but I think we're going to get something incredible from Jay-Z. It's going to be like a State of the Union.
Yeah.
Our president is about to speak. Yo.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to get back to Jay-Z because later, here in just a little bit, we're going to talk about our thoughts on the Tupac movie. But before we get into that, I want to talk about some albums that were released this past Friday, one of which comes from a guy that, man, I didn't even think he was going to make another album. But Big Boy came with a new album called Boomyverse. This album, I think there were 16 tracks on this album. Big Boy is back.
Yo, man, that was Kill Jill
with Jeezy.
With Jeezy and Gucci.
And then that one with Pimp and In the South or something. Yeah, that was straight H-Town.
I'm sorry, Kill Jill's with Killer Mike and Jeezy. And then In the South, with Pimp C and Gucci. What do you think about that album?
Anything with Pimp C, I'm overrated. So
what you mean overrated?
Because you know I'm diehard UGK. So
I'm tired of all the Pimp C samples. Me personally,
I'm not never tired of it, bro.
I mean, but with a song like From the South, it's like I'm sure whenever he was making, he was like, I gotta put something of Pimp on here.
You got to,
you know,
because you can't mention the South without UGK.
Exactly.
And Outkast. I finally get Outkast their props too. You know.
There you go.
Finally.
There you go.
What?
In my opinion, I'm more Andre than Big Boy and more Pimp C than Bun.
I'm not gonna argue with you today, bro.
Because I relate to their verses more.
Yeah.
What the Pimp C now?
Pimp C versus Bun, and then also Andre versus Bun.
Big Boy.
I mean, Big Boy. I'm sorry.
Right.
My bad.
Right.
What?
That's all I was trying to say, bro. Like I relate to UGK more.
UGK. I mean, Outkast is the greatest hip hop duo ever.
Says who?
Yeah, Outkast is great.
Says who?
The greatest hip hop group.
I will say,
based on what record sales?
Based on a bunch of shit.
I will say,
fuck that, bro.
I will say,
UGK touches him more than
We'll
I'm a UGK fan
for life. We talked about this the other day.
But it is what it is.
We'll get into this a little bit later.
We'll say that later, bro.
But I will say Outkast is one of the 7 hip-hop albums that have gone diamond with Speaker Box and Love Below.
Did that make it great, though?
I mean...
Because you got record sales? Does that make it great?
It's not just record sales.
It's not just record sales.
It's also the content.
Yeah.
They influential like a motherfucker.
Driving the culture.
Influential.
Longevity.
That shit that went down. What was it? Speaker Box and
Impact
Love Below.
Love Below. That shit didn't jam, bro.
What?
Are you kidding me?
That shit didn't jam,
Are
bro.
you serious?
The numbers reflect something else.
No,
I'm not saying
you need to go back and listen,
no,
bro.
listen. A good song and jamming is different for me,
gave
man.
us the international players anthem.
No, it did not.
Yes,
no,
it did.
did not.
It was on that one.
No. That
It was
wasn't
on there.
No, that wasn't on there. That wasn't
Hold
on
on,
there.
let me Google
You
this.
can Google that. That wasn't on there. I liked the Love Below. I didn't like Speaker Box. I thought the Love Below was ahead of its time.
You like Andre shit. You didn't like
I didn't like Big Boy shit. It kind of was.
I'm not really, I'm not too big of a fan. I don't like, I fuck with Big Boy, but I like him with Andre. But I think Andre can do well by himself.
Yes, by himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get Dre here, but Big Boy didn't.
But Big Boy dope too, though. I like Big Boy more than I like Dre when they first came out.
He just didn't move me when I bought that double disc, bro.
Yeah.
The Love Below was fucking dope to me, bro. Shit like a movie when you pop that bitch on.
Yeah.
What did you think about Boomyverse, Baby Boy?
I liked it. I didn't jam as much as 2 Chainz, but I liked it. I like what's the song? Order of Operations. I like that. I like the last song with Currency and Killer Mike. I got a couple. I like the one with Snoop. I like a couple records.
I really appreciate it.
I wonder why Dre ain't on there though. Fuck.
You want what?
Why Andre don't never get his nigga no verses?
Man, the thing of it is, I don't think that they can get along. I don't think that they can get along long enough. You know what I'm saying? To make it happen.
To send them a verse? To send them a verse.
I don't know. And you know, Andre's a little funny. You know what I'm saying?
Andre does verses for everybody else but Big Boy.
Well,
maybe he
Andre, it's been a minute since we heard something.
Well, maybe.
I think Erykah Badu was the last thing that we heard something recently because Erykah Badu.
No. He gave a verse for Frank Ocean.
No. But I'm saying Erykah Badu posted something off like a mixtape thing.
He did something for Erykah too.
I know, but was Frank Ocean after that or?
Frank was the last thing.
Yeah,
Frank was the last thing. Well, I thought it was really grown man music. I have to applaud him for the versatility that he put in his album.
Yeah.
He did have an EDM attempt with the song Chocolate.
Yeah.
Which I thought was kind of cool, was out of his comfort zone. And Freakonomics and All Night. I think All Night, if they go to radio, then that's the one that they should really push. All Night was super, super dope. You know, we always like to give our ratings here at Get in the Game. You got 5 shots. Fat, how many shots does Big Boy Boomyverse get?
3.5. 3.5.
Boomiverse.
I give him 3.5.
3.5 shots?
Yeah, 3.5 shots.
Okay. And did you get a chance to listen to it, Priya?
I did, but it's hard for me to digest an album in like 2 or 3 days because I got to be in different modes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I got to be throwed. I got to be working out. I got to be cleaning. Like, because I might hear something differently in a different song.
That is so true.
Yeah, so I can't rate. I don't want. Can I reserve my vote to rate? Just because I don't want to rate on the album. I know right now off the bat when I listen to it, I do like 6 off the bat.
Okay, that's nice though.
Yeah,
that's
because
nice.
I think it was 12 or 14 on there.
Yeah, I believe there was. I believe it was 14 or 16 on there.
It was 14.
It was something like that. But you know that. Okay, well, we're gonna get into the.
We're gonna get into.
Sorry, I was about to skip.
But I have to say, I gotta relieve Baby Boy of his duties over here because he's getting us something to drink. But I have to give it 3.5 too. I have to give it 3.5 too, just because this is the thing. Big Boy just came out the blue with this album. I don't think anybody anticipated the album even happening. We weren't prepared for it, and this is the first album in a long time for Big Boy, so he has room to grow.
No, like 2 years.
It's been a while.
Like 2 years. Yeah, like 2 years ago. 2 years ago.
But when we want an Andre album versus a Big Boy, I want an Andre album.
Here we go. We just talked about this.
I want an Andre album.
I want Dre. 3 stacks,
Andre
man.
ain't gonna give you no album.
Nah, man. He's through. Not because he can't do it. I just don't think he wanted it.
Andre's not gonna get your album because he can't. He's not.
He's not what?
Inspired?
No, he's inspired. He's not. I didn't think Jay was gonna put out another album.
Do you feel like maybe Andre is not feeling the industry right now?
It's not that. Like I said, I didn't think Jay was gonna put out an album. When you're used to selling a lot of units and being very successful, it's hard to jump into a game where motherfuckers selling 100,000.
That's why Jay does deals with Sprint. He does deals with
exactly.
I guarantee it.
But I don't think Andre is gonna tarnish the last shit he put out.
Yeah.
He can't compete with it.
Nobody.
It's like
can.
Usher coming back after Confessions. You can't compete with that.
He still dropped.
He did. But he can't.
Man,
he's gonna forever be chasing that ghost.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how it goes with Big Boy. Hopefully he gets on radio. I would love to hear Big Boy on the radio and maybe even touring again. So
together would be dope.
Now that would be together. But somebody told me once because I asked. They said that the probability of Big Boy and Andre touring again is like it would be an enigma if it happened.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
About no money, just Dre.
But then they performed together like at
Coachella.
They did one festival.
They did Coachella.
And that was like a trial thing,
like
just to try to kind of see how it was going to go. And they said it wasn't all that good.
The crowd.
Not that the show wasn't good. It was just them together wasn't good. I think they've just grown apart. You know, you start young as a group and you grow up and you go through experiences and stuff, and they just grew apart.
3 words for the culture.
How we know that Andre ain't ghostwriting for someone though?
We don't know that. We don't know that.
Because Nas has been ghostwriting for motherfuckers.
That's true.
Jay?
That's true.
Because I heard Nas ghostwrote Miami for Will Smith.
Shit.
What?
That's
I think L.A. Reid has said that in an interview.
Damn.
No, not Nas.
I think Nas.
Maybe what's dude's name from Virginia? Skills, maybe. Skills right.
And I think Rakim
wrote Summertime.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
So those were like quote like I believe that it was Nas who wrote Summertime. I mean
Miami.
Wow.
Hey.
Okay,
and he was actually chuckling. He was chuckling when he was writing it like this is some cheesy shit.
But it worked.
I don't mean to switch subjects, but I had to correct myself. No ID did Control. You know, with Kendrick Lamar, Big Sean.
Yeah. I said,
He did some shit on Big Sean album.
Yeah. My last.
Yeah.
No ID, my nigga.
Damn,
Bro.
I take what I said back, bro.
Hey, when we're wrong, we always say we're wrong, right?
I had to clear it up, man.
Shout out to everybody that's on Facebook. Lil Chill, I see you all the way from the funk. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're gonna move on to our next album review. Young Thug, Easy Breezy, Thugger Girls.
Move past that.
What?
Like
Y'all said no?
Like Pimp C said, he gets no play in his ride.
I kind of liked it, yo.
What? It was an R&B influenced album.
That Future and Young Thug together relationship.
What number was that?
Yeah, what number was that? Because we probably didn't get that far.
Past 2?
No, I was just happy because I remember Future and Young Thug at one point going back and forth.
Yeah.
And so for them to do something together.
Yeah, I didn't think they was gonna do nothing.
But that shit is hard.
I feel bad. I
trust you.
It's called Relationship.
That got the most popularity on iTunes.
Yeah. It's probably the most easy digestible track.
What number is it, Kiki?
Let's see. If I look and see, it's number 6.
I'll go straight to it.
Executive produced. This album was executive produced by Drake.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
But I can understand why y'all stopped because that first track was trash. That country shit was trash. Because I was like, wait, hold up. And then the second one, I was like, okay, now this is okay. Let me try to listen.
Yeah, it was really hard to get through, but I was excited about some of the production on the production on the project.
message.
Production on the album, okay? London on the track is what I was trying to say. There is a song, I don't know which one it is, but it is produced by Post Malone. And Scott Storch has production credits on this album.
Man, shout out to him. Grapevine, Texas in the building.
Yeah. And Young Chop that did Chief Keef.
Okay.
Chief Keef, I don't like.
Yeah. That bad.
But it was very extremely hard. I was working out, trying to listen to this album this morning. And
while you were working out?
While I was working out, because it was the last album to review and I had to get it in.
Hell no.
And, oh my God. The whining. It's just like when he runs out of words, he just starts like,
rap.
I like the melodic shit. I do. I like the melodic
between
shit.
melodic and whining, though.
Hell no.
Like,
but see, that's how they used to say about Keith Sweat. Keith Sweat used to whine back in the day.
But he said words, though.
Boyz II Men used to whine back in the day. I would just be like...
But he said words.
I mean,
I can understand it.
I don't know. I've gotten a greater appreciation for Young Thug because after listening to Jeffrey, I really enjoyed that album. And so when I listened to this one, which was more melodies because it's more of a singing album.
Right.
I was like, yo, I kind of like... I like this shit. I kind of like this shit because if I knew if I was like drinking in my chill mode, just laid back, I would be vibing to that.
Let me tell you what, I'd have to be drunk off of probably 5 shots of Patron and probably smoke 3 blunts before I would really enjoy this album.
It's a Spanish fly.
That's fucked up. That's shade right there. I liked it.
Definitely. Well, you got a chance to listen to the album.
She Wanna Party is dope too. That's the one I like. Okay, She Wanna Party and The Relationship.
Shit, no.
I guess we got to check it out, bro.
I trust her.
For the culture.
I trust you.
For the culture.
Well, we're going to start with those two when we listen to it again. We'll start with those two.
Yeah, don't go to one.
Out of 5 shots.
That country shit was trash.
Out of 5 shots, Priya, what you give it?
I can't do that. Like I told y'all, I gotta digest the album. I still haven't digested, but I did like a lot of tracks on there. There was a good 4 or 5 that I liked.
Really?
Yeah. And there was how many? 16 on there?
16.
Yeah, 4 or 5 I liked.
16 tracks?
Okay.
2 Chainz had the most that I liked, but I still wasn't like, everybody was like, oh man, this 2 Chainz album go hard.
But we're going to get into the 2 Chainz next. We're getting into the 2 Chainz next, but before we get there, I'm going to give Young Thug, Easy Breezy, Thugger Girls half a shot.
Woo!
Oh, a half a shot.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, we can take a sip because that's about half a shot if you take a big sip. Okay?
Damn.
Damn.
What about you?
I withdrew from that class.
Okay.
I withdrew from that class.
Baby boy, do you care to give your...
Being fed in the hallway.
Okay. All right.
We having a break.
Damn.
Well, moving on. Let's get y'all out of the hallway and back into the game.
Yeah.
With 2 Chainz, Pretty Girls Like Trap Music.
Best shit out right now. Hands down. Jamming from front to end. All bangers. No album fillers.
Yeah.
Talk that shit, Kevin.
That Pharrell one ain't tight.
What? I like the Pharrell one.
I don't like that one.
It's called Ballin'. Ballin'. Yes, Ballin'.
Like dancing, basically dancing.
That was one of my favorite ones.
Blue Cheese.
My favorite.
Blue Cheese jam.
Blue Cheese is jamming. What y'all think about?
I rap that shit.
He did. He already knows the lyrics to it. So what about Riverdale Road?
I like Riverdale.
That was cool.
I'm trying to think.
4 a.m.
With Travis Scott.
I fuck with that.
That shit go hard.
Yep.
That Burglar Bars.
Drop a fence in the
he was very introspective, and I did not expect that from 2 Chainz.
Which one?
Burglar Bars, the very last track.
With Monica.
Even the Rolls Royce one, I forgot what.
Yes.
Like
That's the one.
He went deep in that one too.
Yes.
He went deep in that one too.
Yeah.
Not only did 2 Chainz put out a great project, at the same time, his marketing was phenomenal. He trapped out a house. He went and found like a trap house, painted it pink, solid pink. There's like an old school, like 6 dudes or something like that that sit in the front yard.
Right.
It's totally painted pink.
Right.
And in this house, they've had the album release party. And this weekend, they're going to be having sip and paint section.
They had pink pop-ups too at this little salon, I think.
I seen that
the other day too.
Yeah.
Saturday, I believe.
I think that... I'm going to say for 2 Chainz, I can't speak on all Atlanta artists, but for this particular project, that was a very innovative way of getting people involved in this project. And at the same time, he didn't spend no money. He probably spent $1,000 a month. No, to rent that trap house for a month for the promotion. He probably spent $1,000 in rent.
I ain't spent no $1,000.
Free.
I'm just saying. I mean, I'm giving the hood a little credit here. Maybe it was maybe it was a Section 8 house and it was only $50. I don't know, but. I mean, he painted it up, and it was like a ode to the trap house. I just love the way that he put it together. But the album, I would say, I'm very impressed with 2 Chainz with this album.
Yeah, too.
Very, very impressed. Now, however, I have one problem with a song on the album, and that's "Realize" with Nicki Minaj. As I said in the previous podcast, Nicki has given us lackluster 16s since Safari has not been around, and she gave us another one on 2 Chainz album with "Realize."
Why Nicki don't get no love no more?
Did you hear the song?
Yes, I did.
What'd you think about it?
Let her live, Kiki. She gotta let her live.
It wasn't trash, man. She all right.
So
it was trash.
Is it okay?
Why y'all sitting here?
What the fuck you say that one for?
Yeah, he gonna bring up.
He's a fan.
You know what's trash about it? It's like me accusing you of something that I do. So you said Papoose wrote the Sheether track, right?
Right.
But we knew Safari was having a heavy hand in a lot of stuff that you were putting out.
Right.
We don't know how much, what degree, or anything like that because we weren't in the studio. But you can't. It's like me stealing a candy bar and saying, "Kiki, you stole some money too." Like I stole too.
Right. Exactly.
So
you calling the kettle black.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You basically is, and now that you've done called the kettle black, now your lyrics are trash. Nicki, your lyrics are trash, okay? I'm going to say that right now. There is so many other people. I'm an advocate. I'm going to keep saying it until somebody hears me. But Snow, the product, they are ready for you. Batter up, okay? Batter up, ma'am. It's your time.
So is Kiki on your left side where I got J. Cole at?
Exactly. Nicki is in the J. Cole lane right now.
Damn.
Yeah.
Y'all tripping.
Yeah.
So, okay, let me ask you this. What are your top 5 female MCs?
Are we gonna do this right now?
We're gonna do this right fucking now.
She flipped it.
She took it for you.
Because we never highlight
Let me just say the 2 Chainz album gets 4 shots, okay, for the Pretty Girls Like Trap. I just gotta say that real quick.
I can do that.
All right.
I give him 4.5.
Okay, all right. So we're gonna move on to Priya's question, the top 5 female MCs of all time. I would start with Queen Latifah.
Ding.
Ooh.
I would start with Queen Latifah, Mia X. What's my girl? Yo-Yo and MC Light.
She was
okay. That's 4.
Oh, and Missy. Fucking right, Missy.
Wow.
Damn. 5.
Right, Missy, man.
What about the Brat? Brat rap bars around here.
What's your 5, Fat?
Man. My number 1, I hate to say, Missy. Missy be my number 1. Mia X, Trina, the Brat.
Really?
Yeah, what?
That's 4, right?
Yeah.
That's 4, right?
And Eve.
Okay.
All right, I give it to Eve.
Cause like I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. Like Nicki Minaj had a lot of dope feature verses.
Yeah.
But she never had like a song where I could listen to on my own.
Yeah.
Back when Safari was writing for her, okay, she had a track on, I think it was Pink Print. There was a song on there that was really, really dope. I don't know the name of it, but I will put it in the comments of this podcast so y'all can go back and listen to it. But that was with help, you know what I'm saying? So the people that you named, like they freestyled or they rapped, on their own. So you got to give it to them for that. What about you, Priya?
Okay, not in any particular order because I still don't know about the order. Lauryn Hill.
Oh, I forgot.
Yep, that's in my top.
Shit.
She can skip to 1.
MC Light. Missy, I gotta put up there. And I wanna say Rod Digger.
I knew you was gonna say Rod Digger.
But
come on, man.
But see, then it's like, okay, who do I think got skills or what's my preference? Like, what do I listen to the whip? Those are 2 different questions.
We talk about overall, top 5.
Yeah, Rod
overall.
Digger. Yeah, Rod Digger gotta be in there. Rod Digger gotta be in there.
Digger dope.
Because I feel like the people that I named, I know
3
right
songs,
they
y'all.
But she can rap,
had 3
though.
fucking songs, y'all.
She can rap, though.
Man, I'm gonna wait.
She ain't in mine, but she can rap.
Cause I forgot somebody who could rap circles around him.
Who?
Shauna. That was with Ludacris.
Here we go.
This is worse.
But I feel like I'm leaving a couple female MCs
You talking about rapping circles around motherfucker who jams.
That's what I was out
This nigga said Shauna.
No, real talk, y'all ain't heard Shauna spit, man. Shauna
I know you talking about she can rap.
Yeah, Ludacris had the shit.
We talking about top 5 of all time, though, dog.
No, but she was talking about who her preference is, who can rap.
I know, but then Kiki was like, she was specified, she was like, no, all
time.
She said all time. She was like, not your preference.
Whatever, all right, top 5. Go ahead. Go ahead, baby boy.
Oh, man, I forgot Left Eye, too.
See, you could... Left Eye.
I'm gonna give you Lauren. I gotta rock with Light. Latifah. All L's, right? Lauren, Light, Latifah. Eve.
Yeah.
Kim.
Shit.
Well, Kim?
Yeah.
You ain't like Mia X, bro?
Kim birthed the chick we started this whole conversation with.
She what?
She birthed the chick we started this whole conversation with.
Mia X, bro? She was
But
gangster.
Biggie birthed her.
Mia X was gangster.
Real.
Mia X. I like Mia X.
Think about it, bro.
Mia
She not in my
X.
top 5, though.
That mean, bro.
She not in my top 5.
Man, come on, man. Mia X, like...
She's not in my top 5.
Can you rap me a little Kim verse?
Yeah, a whole lot. Crush on You. I can give you the whole hardcore.
I did like Crush on You, bro.
Kim is that bitch, man.
And I did like her on Quiet
Lighters
Storm.
Up. Kim
That
might
was
be
my
the
shit.
only...
Lighters Up
Yeah,
was
no.
shit.
That album, what
Kim
was it
might
called?
be the only female MC to get 5 mics.
What was that? What was that album called? I Plead the Fifth or something? No, Naked
Notorious
Truth.
Kim, right?
Naked
Notorious
Truth.
Kim? No, that
Naked
wasn't Notorious
Truth.
Kim.
But that
Naked
album
Truth.
was hot.
Yeah, that was the one that got 5 mics.
Queen
Yeah,
Bee.
the lighters with the lighters up.
Yeah,
on it.
Lighters Up.
Yeah,
Okay,
That album was hot.
Yeah, I did like Lil Kim.
I think Mano helped her with that one. Though.
Might have.
I think Mano helped.
Well, speaking of Mano was in the new Tupac All Eyez on Me movie that we got to check out this week. A lot of controversy with this particular movie. Let me give you some facts before we dig into our thoughts on this movie. Opened on Pac's birthday. Okay, $45 million was the budget. Their first weekend numbers was 26.4. Demetrius Shipp, who actually played Tupac in the movie, his father produced Toss It Up. John Singleton was the only director to have Afeni's full blessing to tell her son's story. However, this was told by L.T. Hutton and Benny Boom. That's some of the facts, but I want to get into first. I want to get into the movie, and then I want to get into Tupac as a whole. Now, the movie debuted. I know, Fat, you got a chance to go check it out.
Yeah.
Share your thoughts, because I know you're a big Tupac fan too. So share your thoughts about the movie.
I wish I wouldn't have got on Facebook and social media to already have like a prejudgment, because I enjoyed the movie. There was things that people kind of prepared me to see that made me not like certain things in the movie, but overall, I was very impressed.
What was your favorite part of the movie?
When he seen Faith, and he kind of set that Suge whispered in his ear. He went over there, and he told Faith, "Why don't you come to the studio?" And he took the picture with her, and he shitted on Biggie.
Let's be clear, there was not an iPhone in that scene.
Nah, it wasn't no iPhone.
There's not an iPhone in that scene.
For me, I just like that shit because Hit 'Em Up was one of my favorite records, probably my favorite disc record of all time, next to Ether. And just to see how he set it up, it kind of made me be like, damn, something like Suge Knight made him do that shit. So when you watch the movie, you see a lot of stuff in the movie to where you look at it like Pac was influenced. Everybody made him kind of do something else. Like, if he was feeling some way, his mama would say this. If he was feeling this way, his manager would say this. He was feeling some type of way, Suge would be like, I know you're thinking this way, but let's do this. So it's like, I learned something from the movie, like maybe Pac wasn't as self-thinking like we thought.
Right.
Somebody was always in his corner to make him sway a certain type of way.
Right.
Overall,
That's an interesting perspective, though.
Yeah, it was a lot of shit that I seen. It kind of made me just question everything I thought about Pac. Not to discredit him, but just some things I just was kind of like, oh, damn, I didn't think about that.
Yeah. Well, I did get a chance to see the movie twice this weekend.
Damn.
I had to go back and watch it again with my kids, you know what I'm saying? Because I thought it was important that we watch it together.
Oh, such a good mama.
But I will say that this movie's thoroughly disappointed me as a Tupac fan.
Damn.
As a Tupac fan.
Thoroughly.
Hey, thoroughly disappointed me. One, because there were so many inconsistencies of the movie. First of all, one of the main blatant misconceptions is that Tupac performed Hail Mary. There's no way that Tupac performed Hail Mary because Hail Mary came out after he died. So there was no way that he performed that song.
It's cats on the internet, I was saying earlier, they were saying that they saw footage of him performing that.
There's no way that Machiavelli came out after he died.
You're right. That doesn't mean artists don't perform songs before the project comes out. Prove
it. I want to see the video.
I'm with you, Kiki. All I'm saying is I've seen multiple people say they remember him performing that prior to him passing. And one guy said the House of Blues show. We've never seen all of the House of Blues show. The only shit we ever get to see is when he's performing How Do You Want It?
How Do You Want It? Toss it up.
Yeah, they never show anything else. I don't think Pac did 2 songs at no House of Blues show. So he might have. We just might not see the footage.
He did Toss It Up, though.
Yeah.
He did do that, and that was on the same album.
That was on the same album.
Well, I will say...
And that was a single. Hail Mary was the second single.
Right.
So, I don't know.
Well, this is the thing. There was blatant things missing from All Eyez on Me. His filming of Poetic Justice. They did not talk about that. They did not chronicle that. They did not talk about leading up to that. They did not talk about his clash with the Hughes brothers, which in the movie they say the reason why he didn't get that part with the Hughes brother films, which was Higher Learning, was because of the rape charge. It was not. It was because he got into a fight with the Hughes brothers.
Well, Higher Learning, yeah, all that was after that.
But Hughes brothers was Menace Society.
The rape charge was after
It was Menace Society.
But they in the movie they mentioned Higher Learning.
But they said that it was because of the rape charges, and it was not.
Both of those were shot before the rape charge.
So there's another inconsistency.
Yeah, that was 94 when he caught that case. Higher Learning, Menace came out in 93, so his film probably 92, and Higher Learning, I want to say the same year. So that's just bullshit.
That's just bullshit. And then the Madonna. His relationship with Madonna was very well known. That's nowhere in the movie. His marriage to Keisha Morris is nowhere in the movie. The full scope of the East Coast, West Coast beef, and this is where it's going to get good, y'all, because I don't know how old you were back in that time, but whenever I was probably about, I ain't gonna tell my age, but I was old enough to know better.
I wasn't born yet.
I was old enough to know better. And I will tell you that the movie did not give you the full scope of the impact of the East and West Coast beef. You know what I'm saying? That was not just Biggie and Pac. It was people like in my hood that was like riding for one or the other. Radio stations down here in Texas was not playing Biggie.
It was riding with Pac.
And that's the problem. I think the whole East Coast, West Coast thing, maybe that's why they didn't want to highlight it in the movie. I still haven't seen it, but why they didn't want to highlight it is because media played a big toll in that back in the day. And I think that's why we did lose Tupac and Biggie. But
I think that media, the thing that the media fueled actually propelled some of the actions that Tupac and what happened. You know what I'm saying?
I agree because it was all like that. It was, my thing is you got Benny Boone, who's a great music video director, right? But music video director. And you're doing a feature film.
Okay, let me stop right here. I got my video. I got my videographer here real quick. I don't know he's filming right now. Shout out to Sean, Oviatt Media. Sean, I need you to step up to a mic because he was there in the movie theater whenever we were watching the movie.
Sean, get on the mic.
He's a film director. He's a film director. From your perspective, you watched the All Eyez on Me movie. Let's talk about the let's get him a mic. From a cinematic standpoint, she mentioned Benny Boone being a video director and taking on this role as a now movie director. I want to know your thoughts on the cinematography of All Eyez on Me.
That's pretty deep.
2 words, lifetime.
Bullshit.
Yeah, I don't think it was like cinematic. Like it wasn't, the feel of it wasn't all there. It's like more Lifetime, probably, I would say. I say, the Compton movie was better than the Tupac movie.
Shit.
The Biggie film was better than the Tupac.
What? Blasphemy.
And I would just say, if John Singleton's script gets picked up, John Singleton, shout out to my video director, Sean from Oviatt Media, you need to have him on your team because he's gonna make sure that shit is right. You know what I'm saying? I know that you could have done a better job. But I think there was some politics
with that, with John Singleton and everything like that. So I don't know what happened.
Well, I can tell you exactly what happened. Let's get into that real quick. Emmett Furiola and Eyez Films partnered with Morgan Creek to co-finance and co-produce this movie. Now, before production even started, they sued Morgan Creek $10 million for breach of contract for breaking the company's co-production agreement, which is the fact that they went in. I guess it was the fact that they had went in and started negotiations on this movie before getting the...
Who sued who?
Emmett Furiola and Associates Films, which was a film, like a boutique. Mm-hmm. So think of it like a label, right? So like a label has a big label and then you have like a smaller label. Yeah. So this smaller company partnered with Morgan Creek, who's a big company, to co-finance and co-produce the movie. They ended up suing Morgan Creek for $10 million for breach of contract for breaking the company's co-production agreement. So that was the issue. There was also an issue of Afeni Shakur was sued for the music royalties because she didn't want to release the music to the film.
Are you living up to your name, baby boy?
That's bullshit.
And going back to what I said earlier, Afeni only approved wholeheartedly for John Singleton to produce this movie.
That don't necessarily mean it's the truth, though. She was on crack.
Stop. She was not on crack.
Stop.
She was not on crack during that time.
God bless the dead, bro.
What did Tupac say at Dear Mama?
What biopic?
What did Tupac say about his mama on Dear Mama?
She was not back then.
That was back then when he was a kid.
Listen. Let's be for real for a second. He got up here.
When Ram was due.
No, listen. Tell me. His ass got up here and tried to talk about Straight Outta Compton. They didn't get Suge Knight's perception of what went on. They didn't get Eazy's perception of what went on. So what's the difference between Straight Outta Compton and Tupac, bro?
Because whenever you do a Tupac movie, you got to get several perspectives.
Ooh.
You got to get Jada. And when Afeni was alive, get Afeni's.
Why not?
Because she got something totally different.
It don't matter. You figure it out. It's about
a film.
It's
about
setting.
Okay, so that adds another layer, okay? So what biopics do we know that are great? And most of them that are great have been consulted by the family.
Yeah,
like Selena. Selena, the whole Quintanilla family had that.
Except for the woman that killed him, she wasn't involved. We can keep going.
But
Selena dead.
She the one who shot her. She was in jail.
But I'm saying Selena was dead. She wasn't here to say what was true and what was not.
Okay, well, let me
The only way you can the only way I believe that you can truly get is the person who's died. He's the only person that could have said.
I do agree with that.
To a degree, though, because the movie still got to get made. They should have got with Jada. They should have got with Face. They should have got with Too Short. They should have got with Dre. They should have got with Snoop. They should have got with Easy Mo. They should have got with everybody from
every. They did get with Snoop.
Okay.
He did voiceovers on
but let me tell you something. Let me get to that point. Yeah. Snoop should be fucking pissed because the betrayal of what they put out there as Snoop.
That was a true story.
That was some bullshit.
But that was a true story.
What?
Pac got mad at Snoop because he was trying to say I'm cool with both of them.
Okay, but this is the thing. So you gonna talk about the beef between Pac and Snoop, but y'all not gonna talk about the beef about Dre? Come on, he made a song.
He said Dre was gay.
That wasn't
trying to say him and Dre was beefing because.
Yeah, but that wasn't a real beef though.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
For Dre?
For Dre and Pac,
he made a song, dog.
No.
That wasn't a beef though.
All eyes on me.
Hold on, Kiki. Pac made a billion goddamn songs. He wasn't beefing with Dre. Dre never said nothing else back. That's a beef. He just dissed Dre, and he dissed Dre on behalf of Suge.
No, I need to go through my catalog. I need to go through my catalog.
Check it out. I don't need to see the movie. I know the story. I don't need to see the movie. Check it out. When Dre left Death Row, he left Death Row with nothing. Suge got all his publishing. He got all Snoop.
It sounds like you're just watching the Straight Outta Compton movie and getting all your facts.
No, I know the story, girl.
No, because he left with nothing.
He left with nothing. He left with no pub. Dre don't own none of the Chronic or none of Doggy Style or none of that shit. Snoop don't either. They don't own none of that. Suge Knight owns all that.
I'm not debating.
So when Suge left,
actually Suge don't even own it now right now.
Suge put the battery in Pac back. Suge made Pac go at Dre and made him with all that shit. He had no reason to. Until he realized the bullshit he was involved in. You know, Pac was trying to get out of his deal. He had a 3-year deal. He had a 3-album deal with Death Row. That's why he was putting out so much fucking shit, because he was trying to pay his shit off and get the fuck out of there and start One Nation.
Until he found out that he didn't recoup all the gifts that Sugar gave him. And not only that, you know,
that don't have nothing to do with a deal. That'll keep you in the red, but that ain't got nothing to do with your album.
Let him go.
He can.
But if you owe so much,
gifts don't have nothing to do with that.
No. If they put that in the contract,
he had a lot of budgets that he was off on.
If they put that in the contract and stipulate
because he kept giving them cars and giving them houses and giving them
Birdman type shit. Same thing.
I know, but if it's in the contract stipulated saying that you need to recoup that, this is money we spent on you, like an advance, and you need to recoup that, then you're gonna still be under your deal until you recoup all that money.
That's a whole nother tangent. All I'm saying, I said all that to say that he didn't have a beef with Dre. Everything can't be.
Tupac didn't have a beef with Dre, or who?
Pac didn't. He dissed him. He didn't have a beef.
Okay.
He just.
Okay.
Pac dissed the Brat. He dissed will.i.am. He dissed a bunch of motherfuckers. I don't mean he have a beef though. He's just dissing it. A beef is. I can't be beefing you with you and you don't beef with me.
We all know what beef is because we listen to Biggie's What's Beef. We know what, but with that same token and same breath, Tupac was about it. If you looked at how off the wall he was, he beefed with anyone he was talking to on a motherfucking record.
And I can relate.
Can't see you. That whole record where he's shouting everybody out. He was like, "I see you, big baby."
Yeah.
We passionate. We ignorant.
Yeah. And that's another thing. I don't think that they showed his work ethic, the dedicated work ethic that whenever he came out of jail, he recorded 7 songs the night he came out of jail.
No, Kiki, they did show that. Let me tell you why they showed that. Because he went and recorded California Love.
And that was wrong.
Listen, he walked out the booth and went to the next studio, which was the Blue Room, where Snoop and was at, the America's Most Wanted. Then Dash played that nigga,
at the end of the day, bro.
Bitch as a rider. He went to another room.
At the end of the day, they gotta make a good movie, though. That's not how it really happened. He didn't play that. When he got out of jail, he went and met with Dre. He said, I need some of that shit. Dre didn't have a beat cooked up for him the same day. That's fact, not fiction. They gotta make whatever's best to sell the movie at the end of the day. So it's not always gonna run the way it really happened.
It's not true.
And it was not true. The first album that
most movies aren't. Most biopics aren't to a degree.
You can't call it a biopic. No.
No, they're based.
Let me tell you what you can't call it. You can't call it the untold story of Tupac when you're not telling the real fucking story. That's what you can't do.
I agree.
Okay?
It kind of is untold because it was never done.
Yeah, it was never done. That's right. Because the first album that came out, the first song that came out that he recorded when he got out of jail was "Ambitions of a Rider." That was the first fucking
California
song.
Love.
It was not California Love, dog. No, it was not. It was no.
No, it's
Google
not.
that shit.
Man, California Love was the first fucking single release.
No. "Ambitions of a Rider."
No, it's not even a single, Kiki. How the fuck is that the first song?
It was the first song he recorded. First song he recorded, dog.
You said released.
Okay, well, I retract. First song that he recorded when he got out of jail was
What month did he
"Ambitions of
get
a
out of jail?
Rider."
April.
Well, Kiki.
He got out of jail.
Was it April?
Kiki, at the end of the day.
I believe you're right. It was April.
At the end of the day, everything ain't gonna be by the book, man. They gotta make a movie.
But you have to do that.
But that's little minor shit. That doesn't matter. Are we gonna argue about what fucking first song he recorded? Are we gonna argue about the fact
we gonna argue about the facts.
Hold on, let me finish. Are we gonna argue about what song he recorded first, or are we gonna argue about them not consulting with Jada? What's more important?
Both.
I think
important.
if we're teaching history, we need to teach it right? Right. It's just like us saying Christopher Columbus discovered America.
That's minuscule, though.
We're telling this story.
That's
we're telling
minuscule,
this
though.
fucking history.
That's minuscule. Who cares what song he recorded first when he got out of jail? That's minor. All the shit Jada complained about. That's big, man. Those are things that never even happened.
Well,
never happened.
And I will agree with you in the fact that
you're mad at it.
He hasn't seen it.
So we're arguing on the same point.
Yeah,
I ain't seen it, and I don't really know if I want to see it.
So I was confused.
I hold Pac in too high of a regard for me to go see some bullshit. When
I saw the previews and trailers, I was like, this kind of looks like a Lifetime.
The trailers look decent to me.
No, they look like a Lifetime
Let's
movie.
go to Facebook real quick because I want y'all's take on this.
Okay.
Kara, who's our social media correspondent,
Sorry, Kara, we kind of
sometimes it's easier to buy the ticket. Y'all listen to this. Sometimes it's easier to buy the ticket and support the black filmmakers.
Oh no, you're right.
Them niggas.
I will buy.
That's what I'm saying. Fuck them motherfuckers because they didn't get the shit right.
First of all,
I'm not supporting shit that you get wrong.
No.
I'm not supporting that shit.
No. Holistically, I understand what Kara's trying to say.
I'm with that too.
Because if you think about it, if we support more black films, we support more hip-hop based films, we get more of those type of films out.
Are we gonna get more films that are wrong?
But that's what I'm saying.
Everything's gonna be wrong.
That's the double-edged sword.
Everything's gonna be wrong because when the Temptations movie came out, a lot of people was mad at Otis.
You know what?
That was Otis' story.
You know what?
And that was a fact. I remember as a kid,
we all. I'm not sure how old you are. I think you're in the same realm. No, I think we all.
I'm only 18.
I just turned 22 last week.
Well, fuck what I was going to say then. Check it out. We all...
Kara said, say it with your chest, little nigga.
We all are going to have issues with the movie due to the fact that we lived through it. It's no different than when my pops would tell me about Ali and Malcolm X. He liked Malcolm X. His gripe with Ali was it don't show enough.
Right.
You can't show everything. Pac died at 25. You can't show 25.
Well, I was mad about Straight Outta Compton a little bit.
Okay, but what you can show...
I was still mad about Straight Outta Compton a little bit.
But this is what you can...
Because that Eazy-E song, which is one of my favorite diss songs of all time.
G's?
Yes.
Yeah.
Real motherfucking G's. I was like, I wanted to hear that in the motherfucking film.
It was not in the movie
at all.
But who was the only person in NWA that wasn't involved in the film?
Eazy.
That's what I'm saying.
Tupac.
When you live, you can tell your story.
You're right.
Okay, but this is this thing. You have one fucking job from 1991 to 1996.
It's a lot that goes in there, Kiki.
Okay, but
That's
wait a minute.
complex individual. It's a lot.
But this is the thing. When you see the movie, you're gonna understand.
No. But
hold on.
But understand,
you're gonna understand that. You know what?
Kiki, it's still got to be a movie. It can't be a documentary,
But
baby.
my thing is, dog, you could take 2.5 hours, which is how long this movie is, and you could
That's still not enough time. That's why I thought it wouldn't be made. That's still not enough time. He needs a Netflix series. He needs a Netflix series.
You can learn more from 2 hours.
You can't get Pac in 2.5 hours.
No, but I'm saying if you're on fucking YouTube for 2.5 hours, you're gonna learn more about Pac than you did in that movie.
But those are documentaries. It's not a movie. A movie still has to tell a story, Kiki. It has to tell a story, and telling a story, you gotta omit a lot of shit. You just have to.
I learned that in college. I took theater in college, bro. When it talks about movies, you got to have a plot. You got to have things.
Yeah, and everything doesn't fit
so many different things.
Everything don't fit in your plot,
but Pac's story has so many climaxes, so many.
So it needs to be a Netflix series.
Yes, I agree. I agree with you. I agree with you.
I think Biggie could be a dope movie if it was the same length as Straight Outta Compton.
Right.
I think they dropped the ball with that.
I agree with you on that.
Straight Outta Compton.
Okay, so that brings another question. Top 3 biopics of all time.
Ray, Straight Outta Compton, Malcolm X.
Are we talking that went to the movies?
No, just period.
Malcolm.
Because
go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. No, go ahead. No.
I'm gonna do my last.
I'm gonna do mine after.
Malcolm X. Maybe Malcolm X, Temptations, and Ray probably Ray had to be in there. I want to say New Edition, but I say Ray.
Well, I'm gonna say New Edition, Ray, and Malcolm X.
Okay, I'm gonna say Selena, Ray, and Jackson 5. Even though they played Joseph.
The first one?
Yeah, the very first one. Even they downplayed Joseph, but it was so long that you chronicled the whole Jackson 5.
But this is the thing. Oh, go ahead.
Notice how none of y'all threw in the Tina Turner movie. What's love got to do with it?
That was a great movie.
It was so fucking one-sided.
It was good.
It was so fucking
one-sided. Because I didn't rewatch it. I didn't rewatch it.
To me, what's love got to do with it ain't bigger than Ray or Malcolm X, to me, in my opinion. And ain't nothing gonna touch me like Straight Outta Compton, because I know that. I know that story. That's why.
That movie was that good to you?
Because I know, I live.
So why don't you go watch Pac first?
But I would tell you.
I heard nothing bad about Straight Outta Compton. And I wouldn't say out the second night. I heard nothing bad. I've heard too much flip-flop type opinions. I'm not finna go see. Why? I can't see my nigga like that.
We talked about this earlier because we live in a society now where popular opinion is sways niggas,
I'm talking about close. I went on social media. I'm talking to my cousin, a nigga that put me on hip hop. I'm talking to my other cousin. I'm talking to close personal partners that I trust their judgment, and they like, I give it a 70. The fuck you mean a 70? What kind of shit out of 100?
Yeah.
Not the greatest of all time.
We was looking for what L.T. Hutton and Benny Boom promised us, which was an untold story. This is something that Pac fans was never.
First of all,
never knew.
You can't be looking for that with them two.
You could have Googled
Benny Boom.
That's the title of your movie, bro. It's the title of your fucking movie.
That's cool.
And that, you know, the irony is,
I ain't buying
the
no
whole story is they got everything off Google. So it's like,
and still left shit out.
I ain't buying it. I ain't buying it. You can shovel it. I ain't buying it. Benny Boom does great. He does cool. I'm not even gonna say great because I fuck with Hype and Lil X. He does cool music videos.
Keep doing that, bro.
LT Hutton, he produced for Pac after he died. So we got two individuals that's behind the project that don't even have nothing to do with what they're doing. They don't make film, and they don't know the man. No, we need John Singleton.
F. Gary Gray.
Or F. Gary Gray. He got classics under his belt. Yeah. And we need the close people. We need Face. We need Snoop. We need Too Short. We need Jada. We need some schoolmates.
Hell, we need Faith Evans to tell what really happened whenever Pac went up to her.
Nothing happened.
I think they did it in
They sensationalizing a bunch of shit.
They let him know he didn't do nothing on the movie. He said she was a casualty of the war. I just feel like, man, at the end of the day, every movie gonna have something that wasn't in there.
This is the thing.
It's got to be a movie, bro.
It's so much. This is the thing. Have to keep people's attention.
Between 91 and 96, okay, for people, you know, that
that's
are younger
music career, Kiki.
and may not understand the legacy of Pac, okay? We're talking about in a 5-year span, 5 albums, 7 movies, 75 million records sold. And out of the 7 rap albums, I mentioned earlier, 2 of Pac's albums have diamond status, right? So what really pissed me off about this movie is that you didn't get the feel. There was no feeling in this movie.
Was Daz Dillinger in there?
Daz is in there.
Okay.
Yeah, Daz is in there. But there was facts, like you said, that could be Googled. There was no feeling. You did not get the feeling that I felt.
Feeling of the movie, of the acting.
Feeling of the time.
That's the thing too. It's hard. I'm not a filmmaker, but just from the movies I've ever seen, I don't know what it is. It's when they go back to the 90s, it seems like they don't ever get it right to me. Like American Gangster, right? I'm not from the 70s, but that looked like the 70s, right?
Right.
What's Love got to do with it? That looks like that time.
Yeah.
The fucking Notorious and even that Pac shit, from what I've seen with the trailer, it don't give me that feel. Right. Like Paid in Full. Paid in Full is a classic, right?
Can I tell you why? This is my personal opinion. All those movies you name, everybody who was involved with that, them niggas wasn't dead, bro.
Yeah.
When you talk about Ray Charles wasn't dead, Muhammad Ali wasn't dead. But a lot of it got to do with the filmmaker too, bro. Because think about
it's Frank Lucas.
Do you fuck with?
No, he was still alive.
You fuck with Paid in Full?
He snitch ass. Yeah, all them niggas was still alive except for Money Mitch.
But think about Paid in Full. Dame didn't direct that. Dame was involved. That's
but you know what them niggas did? Them niggas went spend time.
No, what I'm saying. No, that's what I'm saying. Dame is from that era, so he's like, we not driving these cars. We not doing this. This ain't what we was doing. You need individuals from that time to say, yo, this is how we talk. We didn't say it like that. We said it like this. This is the way we walk. This is the way we wore hats. This is the way we did this. So that's what you're talking about feeling.
Right.
It don't feel like the 90s.
It doesn't feel like that.
That's how it's gotta feel.
It doesn't feel like how it felt whenever I was reading Vibe interviews.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or when I was watching the MTV Awards. But what they didn't show you was the MTV Awards, and I hate to give this away for you because y'all haven't seen it.
You're not giving nothing away.
But I will tell you.
I've seen it.
We lived it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you lived it. So the scene where they show the MTV Awards, which is on a TV screen that's being viewed by Angie Martinez at the time while she's interviewing Snoop. I doubt that happened because Snoop was there at the awards. Mm-hmm. So why they even put Angie Martinez interviewing Snoop and watching the MTV Awards is beyond me because Snoop was there at the awards. My thing is that LT Hutton and Benny Boom insulted every Tupac fan's intelligence by acting like we was not there, by acting like we did not feel that shit, and that we wasn't like. You put shit out there like we wasn't there, but like we were there for
him
it.
And Snoop went up there and presented the award.
But see, in the movie, they show on the TV the MTV Awards going on while Angie Martinez is interviewing Snoop. How can Snoop be there with Angie Martinez and be at the award show? You can't.
The nigga hit the Millie Rock in the movie.
Who did?
Who?
Pop. When?
No.
You wild.
I'm just bullshit.
You wild.
I didn't see that shit, bro.
I was like,
I done walked out, bro.
This is my thing. You owe it to the culture.
But you know
when
what,
we
Kiki?
get back to the culture.
But you know what,
owe
Kiki?
it to the culture to do a better job.
You got two individuals, right? Okay. This movie, this is why I said it was never gonna come out. I put Pac in the same vein as Jimi Hendrix and Richard Pryor. I don't think we'll ever see a biopic on them. It's too much history and it's too much politics. And their estate probably ain't even gonna allow it. It came out after Feeney was gone. If had Feeney still been living, I don't think this movie would have got made.
No.
And if it would have, it wouldn't have been by them. You got two people that's involved in the film that have no ties to the artist.
No.
You didn't consult with the proper people. We can say we want about Notorious, but at the end of the day, did he sign that nigga? Did he found that motherfucker and he changed his life? So did he say that's what he want to do? And Valletta signs off on it and says, yo, my son would approve of you doing this? Cool. We can't say shit about it. We may
But
not
guess
agree.
what?
Hold on.
She did that for John Singleton.
I know, Kiki. I'm saying the people that put the movie out are not John Singleton. So they have no ties to Tupac. Their only loyalty lies to that cash register that's ringing off. They don't care about nothing else. Where the proceeds going? He don't have.
And I think maybe they might have done the details different just so we could talk about it.
Yeah.
So
Where the proceeds going is what I'm saying.
Everything is so calculated.
He has no kids. His mother's not here. They benefit more than anybody else.
Let it be known that the account, if y'all follow on Instagram, Tupac on Instagram is run by the estate of Tupac, which is ran by an ex executive at Interscope.
That's some bullshit. That's a conflict of interest.
That sounds like some money.
That's a conflict of interest.
So let me ask you this, Kiki, because it's going to get personal. So who do you think should do the Prince movie?
Ooh.
Shouldn't be one.
There shouldn't be one. There was one. It was called Purple Rain.
Damn right.
Yeah, but that wasn't even his life story.
One of the best movies.
That wasn't even his life story, though.
It was kind of.
But I'm talking about like.
I'm gonna.
No. You don't do it over. You don't do it over.
You don't fuck with his music.
But you gotta tell the story.
He took all his movies.
No,
that's how you live forever.
But he gets his shit on title.
Yeah, you leave that one alone.
You can't.
This is a question though that I have, because whenever I took my kids to go see it, we had a big discussion, and the kids, and I want y'all's opinion. The kids asked me, what is your criteria for a top 5 artist or a legendary artist? If you're thinking about Tupac as a legendary artist, what is your criteria for a legendary artist?
I gotta think on that one. I gotta think.
Baby boy, I know you good to start.
You gonna start first.
Come on.
Okay. The criteria?
What is what makes somebody legendary?
Is this in reference to Tupac or is this in general?
Well, I will say, I'll set this up. We after seeing the movie and I was discussing it with my kids, they were talking about, why is Tupac legendary? Like what makes him a legend? So we started talking about why is Tupac a legend? What makes a legendary artist?
Tupac, for one, Tupac might be the only. I ain't gonna say the only. Tupac is an artist that's been gone for 21 years, and you could probably leave the country and go anywhere else in the world, and they know who he is.
Rap artist.
Dead for 21 years. We're not talking about Jay-Z. We're not talking about Drake. We're talking about Tupac Shakur. They ain't put out real music in 21 years. We're not talking about them posthumous albums that Suge or whoever was putting out.
The 13 Machiavelli albums. We're not talking about those.
He's the most recognizable figure. He's the most influential figure ever in hip hop.
Why?
He's a revolutionary, for one. He's Malcolm X reincarnated in the rap form. He has great music that touches you. He's not the greatest lyricist. He's not the greatest.
We talking about Pac?
Yeah, Pac.
He's not the greatest lyricist. We're not gonna have that discussion. He's not the greatest lyricist.
Lyricist.
No, yeah, because content, he has a lot of content.
He will kill you with content.
Like rhyming schemes, like where you go alliteration into metaphors.
He can't stand next to Jay and Big. He can't stand next to Jay when it comes to lyricism. He can't stand next to Nas when it comes to lyricism.
Facts.
Like wittiness.
Yeah.
He can't, dog. He can't.
Lyrics, dude. Lyrics.
No, he doesn't.
But see, that's where it's confusing. When you say lyrics, it's like, okay, you're negating the content part of it.
Content,
and that's where
content is totally different.
Lyric
is
so why don't you say wordplay? Say wordplay.
Well, if you're saying flow, Pac had one of the coldest flows ever.
No, he didn't, because you know one thing he said on that movie. They haven't seen this movie. Remember when he was doing Brenda's Got a Baby? He told them to stack that shit, and they was complaining like it don't sound right. He wanted that shit to be off. Pac never had like no flow.
Pac is not about structure. Pac is about emotion.
Yeah, Pac wants to just feel him. He don't give a fuck if it don't sound right. He just wants you to feel the shit.
Okay, check it. I'm gonna give you an analogy, right? I'm gonna give you an analogy.
We felt him.
I'm gonna give you Mary J. and Beyonce.
Okay.
Hold on, let's answer this. Mary J. and Beyonce. Who do you feel more?
I feel Mary J.
So who's the better singer?
Beyonce.
No shit.
No.
It depends.
I can't say I feel Mary J more than Beyonce or vice versa.
No.
It depends on the song. I'm a fan of both of them, but it depends on the song and my mood.
Who has more music that moves you? Just being honest. And this might be a generational conversation. You might not be able to join in this. You might be too young for this.
You saying you too young, Priya?
That's just honesty. That's honesty.
I'll take it.
Because generation does matter in a lot of situations. Ask Mary J. or Beyonce, Kiki.
Yeah.
Do you clean the house up to Beyonce or would you clean it up to Mary J? What's the
I wouldn't even compare.
It'd be Mary. It'd be Mary.
It's the same equivalent to me as Pac and a Biggie.
Well, Pac and Jay-Z.
You first of all,
emotion.
you cannot compare Pac and Biggie ever in life.
I don't. But when I say he can't stand next to Jay or Big in lyrics, you're looking at me crazy because you're not getting what I'm saying.
You can't put Biggie in the same breath because Biggie only had 2 albums.
It don't matter. He was a better lyricist.
So
Big Pun was a better lyricist. Kendrick Lamar is a better lyricist.
Pac top Biggie. Pac, yes, he did.
You're getting emotional.
Man, I'm telling you.
I'm just saying.
He told Big you to make songs for women. He didn't teach Biggie how to rap.
No, catalog-wise.
This is cool.
Okay, we're just
not talking about catalog, baby. I'm talking about.
But that's what
we're talking about lyrics.
The word you said lyrics.
I know.
You said the word lyricist.
But okay, so you
get what I'm saying?
So you related.
Who's a better lyricist, Bun B or Pimp C? Easy answer.
Bun B is a better lyricist. No, Kiki, no, listen. Lyricist, no. Let me break it down.
I got this. Okay, so a bar to you. A bar to you, right?
Yeah.
Because Biggie's the better lyricist, right?
Better bars.
Yeah. You so fine.
Not better content,
You so
dude.
fine. You know, Biggie said, "You so fine, I'll suck your daddy's dick."
Yeah, it's a play off Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor.
Okay, so that's bars to you.
He was out of line for that. No homo.
It's a play. First of all, it's a play off of Richard Pryor joke.
Okay.
So where we going with that?
That's what I'm saying.
Are we judging about one bar?
No, but I'm saying there's been a lot of suspect lyrics
Life
that we
After Death
hear.
is the greatest hip-hop album ever.
Hey, listen. Gay suspect lines have got nothing to do
Not ever, bro.
If you spit better bars.
Not ever,
It's a
bro.
generational conversation. We can't have that. Listen,
How old are you?
I'm probably older than you.
How old are you? When were you born? I just want to know.
35. That's it.
Oh, okay. It's a generational conversation, I guess. I know my age.
Can I
It's a
elaborate?
generational
Am I older than
conversation.
you?
Huh?
Am I older than you?
Not by much.
We are the same age, bro.
Well, you can't tell me.
No, listen.
Let me tell you, y'all talk about Pac. Your favorite song, Hit 'Em Up, and y'all talking about he ain't got no lyrics.
No, I didn't say that.
He's our favorite. He's our favorite.
He's my favorite rapper.
He's our
Tupac's my
favorite.
favorite
But y'all
rapper.
saying his lyrics was not there.
Let me break it down.
We're not saying that.
Let me break it down.
What are you
for
saying?
Hold on.
Well, because they say that he's not the greatest lyricist. That's words. I'm like, wordplay, I understand that. He's not the best, like, wordplay.
You just.
I wish I studied poetry so I can understand, like, be like, okay, this is what it is.
Enough. That's the problem. That's the problem.
No, I
If you appreciate Biggie enough, you wouldn't even have this conversation.
No, Biggie's the truth. Biggie's the truth.
I break it down.
Go ahead.
Let me break it down for you. As an artist. As an artist. Let me break it down for y'all. Listen.
Let's let Fat break it down as an artist, okay?
What makes me more emotional and moves me, Tupac is always going to be over everybody. Just like I like Pimp C over Bun B to move me.
Right.
But if I was in a room full of niggas who could spit raps, I could steal Biggie's flow. I could steal Jay-Z's flow because Biggie was a lyricist.
Right.
He got on the track when the tour with Bone Thugs. He was able to do that.
Do the same shit.
Every time he can adapt, he can switch it up. Pac was gonna give you the same thing every time.
Bone asked Pac, you wanna get on it like this? He just, I'm gonna do me.
I'm gonna do me. Just like Pimp C on Big Pimpin'. Bun B got on that motherfucking kill Jay-Z.
Yeah, he did.
Jay-Z had to go back and
write another verse for MTV.
Pimp C got on and gave us the country shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? We love it, but when you go back and listen to who was really going off from that motherfucker,
Bun killed that shit.
And my whole point for saying that is, I'm not saying Tupac is my number one over everybody. Because as an artist, I feel him over everybody. But when you talk about who can spit and really have flow, Pac didn't have no flow. Pac was really, what he said in the movie, I don't want that pot of shit. I want niggas to feel my shit.
So what's more important?
Exactly.
Is it
We're not saying that. That's not what we're saying.
Let's talk about that. Is it flow or is it feeling?
It depends on who you ask.
I'm gonna have to feel it.
Because if it don't touch you right here, nigga, it don't matter.
That's why I don't listen to J. Cole.
But that's why.
That's why I do not listen to J. Cole.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Baby Boy can be right. Kiki can be right. Fat Pimp can be right. Because you know what? It's art. At the end of the day,
and it's subjective.
It's subjective. So whoever you love and vibe to the most, that's who you gonna be riding.
That's not subjective. That's skill. That's no different than who's. No, hold on. It's not subjective.
You can't measure the skill unless we're gonna put parameters.
It ain't a skill. So who's more lyrical, Jay-Z or Lil Yachty? Tell me who's more lyrical, Jay-Z or Yachty?
Are you gonna really compare the fucking two?
No, because there's a skill to it. I swear to God, there's a skill.
No, it's not. Like, okay, we're comparing Tupac and Biggie, which is a better comparison than Yachty and fucking Jay-Z.
And lyrics are based upon metaphors, correct?
Yeah, metaphors and cadence.
It's a lot.
It's a lot going so much into it nowadays, man. That's the reason, man. So much into it. That's the reason why.
Okay, so let's.
No, go. What you gonna say?
I want to get back to the original question. Okay, so the original question is.
Sorry, I had to put my mic.
I don't even know what the fucking question was.
The original question was. We got sidetracked.
You fucking forgot.
Shout out to everybody that's joining us on Facebook.
Switch it up.
Shout out to everybody that's on Facebook.
I'm fucking with you.
Okay, 2 people, but that's okay. Because when this comes out, it's going to be fucking amazing. The original question was...
What's that?
What makes a legendary artist?
For me...
I have mine.
Go ahead.
I already have mine.
Oh, you got yours?
Yeah, well,
Go ahead.
Come on, Priya.
I want to hear yours.
Shoot a guess.
Impact,
I said that. Go ahead.
relatability, and talent.
Okay.
Impact, relatability, and talent.
Those are the
Impact
three things.
is probably at the top, though.
Yeah.
Because
that impact encompasses being a revolutionist, socially conscious. It encompasses all that. Like your impact, album sales, all that.
Yeah.
And what about you, Fat? What do you believe makes a legendary artist?
I would say impact, originality. Because I feel like when you come out with your own style and you got people starting to bite your shit, that makes you a legend. I would say like 10, 15 years from now, if we still debating, you know, and you still in the conversation, you somebody.
Yeah, time. Yeah.
Last but not least, I would just have to say, like, I don't know if you rapping about the times, man. I like somebody who rap about, like you say, Pimp used to always talk about social commentary. A lot of these rappers out here ain't giving us no social commentary. You know what I'm talking about? I don't get nothing from your records. You know what I'm talking about? I need somebody to give me something.
Pac.
Yeah.
That's the reason why Pac would always be my number one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Baby Boy, I'll let you go ahead and...
I mean, I was touching on it until you jumped on me about the Biggie shit.
You really don't like Biggie?
I thought you already gave your 3.
Yeah, I did. I said impact.
I don't like Biggie.
I said influence, and it was in reference to Pac, because that's where the question came from, and I was just describing Pac and why.
But in impact and influence, the same thing?
To a degree. You can be impactful. Remember Ja Rule? Remember put the rag around his head and he went and remixed a bunch of Pac records and shit?
Yeah, I didn't listen to that.
That's a serious influence. 50 Cent, to a degree.
Yeah, so that means Pac had an impact on his life.
All the influence as well.
And
Lil Wayne. Then you got a nigga like Young Thug that's talking about, I'm the new Pac. 21 years later.
Which is
I don't know how
fucking shit.
It's been a month ago.
Which is bullshit.
It's a bunch of niggas.
Which is bullshit.
You don't never hear motherfuckers say, I'm the new...
Hey.
MC Hammer.
Hey, you remember when 50
Ain't
Cent?
nobody saying that a new Biggie at all.
Remember when 50
Never
Cent? You
have I heard that. Had said nobody
Gorilla
ever.
Black.
Rest in peace,
Gorilla
Biggie.
Black. But listen, when 50 Cent movie came out, it was one thing I noticed in the movie.
only
He
Christopher
said
we
when
recognize.
Tupac came out, he had everybody wanting to be a thug.
Yeah.
That's what you talk about, impactful.
Yeah.
Tupac to me, and I said,
And he studied thugism.
I mentioned this to a couple people, but Tupac to
I
me
gotta watch the movie.
is the only rapper.
Well, yeah, y'all seen Thug Angel, though?
Yeah, I seen that.
I never seen Thug Angel.
Tupac to me is the only rapper
I watched that.
that
You'll learn a little bit more.
all the dudes want to be like
Pac.
and all the chicks fuck
and
with.
stuff.
I don't
Yeah.
think it's been a rapper like that since.
Yeah.
Like as big as Ja was, as big as 50 was, niggas used to diss 50, nigga can't dress or this and that. Niggas Jay ugly and this. Niggas find a way to diss. Niggas, I don't recall niggas dissing Pac when Pac was around. And all the girls like Pac. I don't think Drake might be the closest thing, but dudes don't fuck with Drake like they fuck with Pac. So I think it'll never be another.
Pac influenced a whole West Coast and the South. You know what I'm saying?
Pac was the first to represent.
I mean, a little bit of East Coast.
A whole lot of East Coast.
We're talking about like when the East Coast, West Coast thing going, it was
but
all
even then, they fuck
West
with him,
and
Kiki.
South.
Even then, they fuck with him. The only people that didn't fuck with him was the people he called out. Because during that time, he cut records with a bunch of niggas on the East Coast.
Okay, so that's even more.
Yeah.
That's
Wu-Tang.
and that's even more. That's even more.
Method Man, Red Man,
And
MC Breed, he was from Michigan.
Yeah, and the Nas shit got squashed at the MTV Awards, so he fucked with a bunch of niggas. Pac was a universal nigga. Pac might be the only nigga that you can't even tell where he's at when he rapping.
Right.
You can tell everybody, especially at that time, you knew where a nigga was from by the way he rapped. You knew Biggie was from the East. You knew Wu-Tang from the East. You knew Nas, because they had strong East Coast accents. Down South, the same way. You knew Outkast was from somewhere below the Mason-Dixon, and you know everybody on the West Coast. Pac was the one nigga that's why he maneuvered so well. He made records with niggas over there. He made niggas on the West Coast. He made records with Face. He made records with everybody because he could maneuver so well.
Right.
Everybody.
And see, my thing, what makes a legendary artist is somebody that can impact an industry, which he did with the rap industry and with his music. But he also gave light to acting. Yeah. You know, whenever you saw him in these roles in Gridlocked and in Above the Rim and in Poetic Justice, you felt that. You understood that character. You identified with that character. So not only was he, you know, amazing as far as rapping, but he was amazing when he got on that screen.
Pac had a lead role in Juice before he was even popping in rap. He was out, but he wasn't popping. That would never happen nowadays.
Well, no, because he went to a performing arts school, y'all.
Right.
Yeah,
I
get that. But what I'm saying is, and maybe times were different, but if you don't hold some kind of weight in the culture, they're not going to give you that role.
Oh, no.
In 2017.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Most of the roles, that's why he had a good relationship with John Singleton. Because most of the roles was through that. Me.
Yeah.
Right.
So you're sitting there like, all right, cool, I'm going to do this role because, you know, I
didn't see the movie. Did they touch on that?
Not John Singleton, but they showed he had a lot of movie roles.
I'm talking about, did they touch on his background
they showed him in Baltimore.
Yeah,
they showed
Jada. See, that's what they made Jada and him more of a love story. And back in the day, from what I recall, we seen him out with Madonna. We seen him out with Rosie Perez, but they weren't even together because Rosie said that they weren't. And we seen him out with so many different people at the time. So when you see like the whole little love story between Jada and Tupac, I saw it more of as a best friend. Maybe they had a friends with benefit type.
Maybe.
I don't know. I'm not speaking on that. No disrespect, Jada. Don't come for me.
It didn't come off as that.
They didn't show that
but the way they showed it, like there was a poem that I guess there was a scene. I saw a clip on.
She said
online.
he didn't read that.
But she didn't know about that poem until the book came out years later. After he died.
That's what I'm saying. So you sitting there, you having him say this poem and saying goodbye. And Jada's like, this never.
But that's LT hadn't.
That's called Hollywood.
But LT,
they got a
right? And LT hadn't said.
It's not right, but everybody
does did shit too, bro.
But LT hadn't said that they took that scene in how they thought it would go.
They took it and made it where it fits for a movie.
That was still dope. It still was dope.
All that shit
but
with
that's
Big,
not a biopic.
No, it's not.
You're right, but all that shit with Big and Kim was like, that ain't how it happened. That ain't what happened. It didn't do like that. Why you didn't consult Kim, Puff? But that's movie shit. Because Kim is probably going to say, well, this is what happened. And Puff is probably going to be like, you know what? That don't fit into the storyline. We're just going to do it like this. Sign off.
I'm just not happy with the fabrication.
No, I'm not happy with the fabrication.
I'm going to watch it and judge for myself. But I'm not really happy with the fabrication.
No, because they were so blatant and there were so many of them. And my thing is that at the end of the day, for Pac fans, you should have done this for Pac fans. I feel like he did this for people that was born in 1990 and below. Because if you didn't know anything about Pac or you didn't live in that era, you got it. You loved it. You got what everybody above you or older than you had said he was. But if you lived that shit...
But okay, to a lesser degree, right? Narcos. Y'all seen that with Pablo Escobar, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I love it.
So that wasn't accurate. According to the family and according to different other people, right? Because they didn't consult Pablo Escobar, he's not here. All right. But it was accurate to a point.
Somebody's gonna always have a gripe, though.
Yeah, they're gonna gripe about it. But we saw the good, bad, and ugly.
Yeah.
My whole thing is when we see something about somebody's life and about their journey, I need to see the good, bad, and ugly.
Right.
Because you're not all good.
Right.
So from what I'm hearing is the message is all good. So they paint, Tupac, but there was some bad and ugly.
But when you watch
I have bad and ugly. I'm not saying it, I'm not judging.
It's no different than TLC movie. Pebbles was pissed off. That ain't how it went down.
Right.
Somebody's always gonna be pissed.
Yeah, of course. Unless you get everybody involved, and that'll never work because the movie's not gonna come out if you got to work with everybody.
I'm gonna tell you at the end of the day, just watch it, regardless if it's bad or not. I feel like you just support them.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to.
To touch on it on that question you had as far as you said your kids, right?
Yeah, about being legendary and how you.
This is gonna go on a tangent, but this is the way I feel about millennials. They're probably the first. They are the first era that has knowledge at their fingertips and they don't even fucking use it. Mm-hmm. They don't care about learning their history, learning about the past, learning about those that came before them. There's no respect for it, and all they gotta do is fucking Google. That's all they gotta fucking do.
Nah, you can't put that on all millennials.
I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of them, that's their mindset.
The problem is, no. There's some that do really care. I would say 50-50. And then on top of that, it depends on if they are Googling, they don't know the sources. So that's why we as the older generation need to show them what's the appropriate sources.
Why don't they come ask then?
I feel like but if we keep sunning them, like, oh man, like bro, like that's what y'all feel like you entitled, y'all feel like y'all got to do whatever. If we keep putting that in there in the box, they're not gonna come to us and be like, hey, this is what I want to do, whatever. If you be more open and have a conversation,
and I would tell you, I would tell you at the time, you know what I'm saying, my kids were smart enough to say, hey, let's sit down and have a conversation about this. Let's find out what you was really feeling at that time and what we're missing.
It's no different than if we was asking our uncles and aunts and parents or whatever about, the March on Washington and things of that nature. I can only get so much from a fucking encyclopedia. So I need to go ask somebody. But I had
because the feeling's not there.
Yeah, because I had no knowledge of none of that. But I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna ask my pops about older artists or whatever, Jimi Hendrix. Yeah, I can Google, I can look up some shit.
But you're never gonna get the feeling.
No, so I need to act, but they have it at their finger fucking tips, man, and they don't go after, or they don't even care. Like,
well, that's what the Tupac movie was. They had it at their fingertips. That's what they made the movie on.
That's about $1. I'm talking about just respect for the culture. I'm talking about for the culture, the respect. They have all the access to the information, and they don't give a fuck. It's just like the kids that pop shit about Jordan and LeBron and pop shit about Kobe. Motherfucker, you can go look at all that shit on YouTube and see why people feel that way about them.
I agree with you because with Young Thug coming out and putting his album out on the day Tupac died and saying he's the new Tupac, there's no way that you're the new Tupac.
He's just trolling though. He's trolling trying to get energy so he can get sales.
Because you don't know, there's no way you could be the new Tupac because you don't understand it. There's no way you would even say that.
Well, I don't even take that seriously. I think it's just marketing ploy. That was a marketing thing.
Yeah, it's a marketing thing.
To get energy.
That's the problem. We get hoodwinked a lot.
Yeah,
and I love saying that I said a hoodwink.
Well, I will say
these rappers don't care.
I will say
they don't give a fuck. They don't want to look up. I'm not knocking them. But I feel like at the end of the day, at one point in time, I was telling you an old ass nigga. But I feel like nowadays these kids don't want to know because they don't have to know.
Well,
I force them to know.
Right. But I tell you, I sat down with my kids and I told them, I said, look, what makes somebody legendary is, like y'all said, their impact, their influence, their longevity. The fact that as an artist, you move people to think deeper. You know what I'm saying? To really think about, okay, am I damaging my hood? Am I not giving back to my people? Am I not being a good example?
Speaking of SZA's album, have y'all listened to SZA?
We
reviewed it last week.
Yeah, we own it. We fucking
Now, what you did
best R&B album.
I'm still digesting it. It's so much content.
It's probably one of the best albums out right now.
It is so much content. It is so much content.
You know what I'm gonna say about the Tupac movie that made me feel good? So when they talked about the Source Award, they forgot to mention, Outkast got up there and was like, the South got something to say. That was the birth of our section. We got after that, nigga, we took the fuck out.
Good point.
East and West, I'm glad the motherfuckers got the beef in this
because
shit.
Then
Ghetto Boys.
The shit shined on the South after that.
Outkast got up there and did their motherfucking thing and shit.
You damn right,
Somebody had the beef for somebody to be like, damn, y'all beefing? Yeah. Y'all hate on me too? Nigga, we got something to say.
Yeah.
But you know what? The Third Coast was always eating though.
Yeah.
The third coast was
We
always
just didn't get no
independently.
props. We didn't get no props.
And thank God, because
We
we
created the sound that they use now, man.
the sound that we, and we're definitely moving.
Singing on verses and shit, man. I don't know.
Well, shout out to Priya for being on Getting the Game, man. I appreciate you. That's my girl right here, man. I appreciate you for coming through Getting the Game,
Thank y'all for having me. I appreciate it.
Definitely, I appreciate that.
This is a heated conversation, right?
Especially with Baby Boy. Like, I'm about to smack him.
I love it. That's what I
Hey,
need,
make
man.
sure you follow us on iTunes, SoundCloud, and YouTube, and now on Google Play. Baby Boy, shout out to you. If you want them to reach you, is there a way?
I'm at KOD Tuesdays, Thursdays.
Priya, how can they reach out to you?
They can hit me up at The Real Priya B on Instagram as well as Twitter. Priya BEE on Facebook. Get connected. We doing it.
Already, that's what's up. The At Work Party is in full effect every day. And Fat Pimp.
I got a woman way over time. Hey, man, y'all reach me.
What was the big announcement? Didn't you have a big announcement? You said you had an announcement.
He's had too many Hennessy drinks. He forgot.
I done forgot. No, I'm going to just say this.
Oh, shit.
He don't want to say it on the mic.
Nah, follow me. I am Fat Pimp. The mixtape's on the way in July. Long way from Count Wisdom. And I just want to say, Tupac movie was decent. Support these black films.
I'm going to go watch it, bro.
I won't be satisfied, though, until I get a UGK.
Okay, so we going to say that. Support
Jay
Girls Trip. Girls Trip's coming out.
Oh, yeah, we got to have a
Jade is on there.
I'm going to watch that.
Yeah, that does look
What's
good.
the rest of the girl name that's on there? I like her.
Oh, she the girl from Carmichael
Yeah,
Show.
I like her. She's ratchet.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
she's
go
really
support
ratchet.
that. But listen, I want either a Jay Prince movie or I want a UGK movie.
Oh, man, that Jay Prince story would be the truth.
It can't come out.
I want to see everything. I want to see the good, bad, and ugly.
That cannot come out.
Jay Prince, holla at me. We going to make it happen.
Nah, go ahead, King.
I was going to wrap it up. You got anything else to say?
Wrap that shit up.
Okay, all right. Hey, check it out, man. Follow Getting the Game, man, on all social media at Getting the Game, GETNTHA Game. We're now on Google Play. We're also on iTunes, SoundCloud, and YouTube. So make sure you check it out. Big shout out to Valley of the King Studios. Big shout out to OVM Media. Big shout out to Dakeen. We're still waiting on you for some more bottles. We're dry here right now.
Cut a check
But
one
we
time.
love you none the less. Shout out to Rage Optics that does all of our photography. And hey, you miss 100%.
Yeah.
Of the shots that you don't take, baby. So make sure you get in the game.
Turn up, man.
For the win.
No.